comment once you go ahead and begin for us, please.
Yes, John. So first thing today, I worked on like yesterday. Jerry sent me a message for TMDB API to add timeout to 10 seconds. Like if you will not get response in 10 seconds, so we'll return the whatever we are getting from the DB itself. So that part I completed, Jerry, and created pull request. I have added timeout inside the TMDB API where we are calling. So can you please check that pull request?
Yeah, I looked at.
And
I left a
mm,
comment about what happens
oh,
if we hit a timeout.
okay, let me check that. I did not. You just added comment.
Yeah, I did it in the past like 5 minutes.
Okay, I will check. Go through it.
Hmm. But yeah, in short, what we need is
Mm.
what we need.
Uh, Jerry, what will be happen now? So, like, if API call fail, so we will have the DB data there. So, like, for like other details, we are calling it.
Right. So I just want to make sure that the
Mm.
API call doesn't fail. So if we can like if you could show me that you can reproduce what happens if we get a timeout and that doesn't like cause the API call to fail.
Okay, let me check that, please.
Mhm.
So, yeah, so this is the things one I want to work on. It.
Okay. Does sounds like you still have a little more testing to do on it?
Yes, yes, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let's not go.
Okay.
Thank you. Jerry, why don't you go ahead?
Hey, yeah. After we finished our work session yesterday, I had some internet issues that kind of caused some delays for me for about 30 minutes. We had some really bad weather come through. After that, I went ahead and finally fixed up the invite page. So let me share this real quick. So on the invite page, we go ahead and if you take this user for example, um, if you want to create an invite, now this link will work. So you can search for a group. For example, if you like, let me just do the example that Todd asked me to do. So we have David Garibaldi, invite creator for the group. You do Garibaldi Arts. You get this.
Is
You
this
do,
to make the like the ticket kind of invite, the text invite?
this is to create a campaign link. I guess if depending on what group it is, it would be for that group.
I see. Create
So
the
if you
campaign.
go here, you get, oh, sorry, I need to share this tab instead. Then you go to David wants you to join Garibaldi Arts Club.
I see. How's it different than just going to the group chat and copying the link from there?
Because that only does it for yourself. So if we're going to do
Oh,
it to come from another user, for example, Todd wanted this one to come from David.
I got you.
So this is for those cases where we need to stage it.
Okay. 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 Cool. And this access through the
Yeah,
admin portal.
through the admin panel like
Great.
this.
Okay.
Uh,
Thanks.
Something I want to work on today is I know there's probably going to be some communication, some investor reach outs that we're going to be doing,
Mhm.
but something that else that I'm going to do on the side is we had there was an old business portal and there I don't know how well the tracking was done for those people who created business registrations. I
Mhm.
want to migrate those old registrations to work on the new portal so Chantel is able to see them and manage them. For example, like we're gonna need like to add like a cancel button and stuff on there. Um, I'm noticing that there are some old users that are like getting they're getting charged for their business portal renewal, but it's like hard to track it down because we didn't have all that proper like it wasn't just set up right when we started doing some of those subscriptions. Like this is before I did the refactor at the end of last year. This is some of them I found were like January 2024.
Mhm.
I don't know how those subscriptions were set up and stuff beforehand, but I don't have any ways to like reliably track them down. So I'm just gonna migrate. I'm gonna find them and migrate them over from what I see in Stripe,
Okay.
and then I need to add a couple buttons to like manage and cancel the subscription.
Okay. I see.
Yep.
That's today. Okay.
Yeah. Uh, One other thing that I was doing earlier today is there was an index that I found on the contacts table,
Mhm.
index that was being recommended by the database from some queries that were coming slow, and it was something about searching your contact book by name. I was like, I decided to check and see, well, why does that not exist already? And it did not. So we added a we added an index on the contact book by the name. So now anytime you search your contact book, it should be a little faster. And from I'm looking at Sentry now, so I'll start to track that query and see if it starts to go down on the average response time.
Okay. Is that why it's slow when if I just go to the people finder screen and type in a name, it's always a few
Yeah.
seconds.
Yes, it would be one of those queries.
Okay, good.
And you have
So
a lot of context too.
I see. Because I have a lot. I see.
Mhm.
Is it faster now in production?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let me check it out.
You want to try it?
Yeah. Let's see. Mhm. Maybe tiny bit faster. The heart loader showed it faster, which was something because for a while it wouldn't even show the heart loader for a few seconds. At least the heart loader showed really quick.
I don't know about what the heart loader would be like. So I'm guessing there's a debounce, and then the heart loader shows up once we actually start searching.
Hmm.
Yeah, the heart loader would be something on the front end, and I'm guessing there would be a debounce there.
Now it's faster. Each subsequent one with even different names though are
Mhm.
faster. The first one was still slow, but now it's faster after that, which is weird.
Mhm.
But I mean, it's faster
Mhm.
now. Okay. All right, good. I'm glad you found that because it annoyed me that I would type because you didn't know if it was searching because like you would type the letters and you're like, what's happening?
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
no,
So I'm going to be giving that a little peek, and eventually, eventually, I want to try to size down the database a notch. I want to really try it because I know we did, and it's like we have a lot of CPU headroom, and it's
yeah,
just I want to try and test it again.
okay.
I want to find a good time to test it. So obviously we need downtime to set it up, but
What would you set up?
what's that?
What would you be setting up?
I would just downsize the database to a slightly smaller instance type.
Hmm.
I would preferably like take down the number of CPUs because we have a lot of CPU like headroom.
Yeah, I see.
But we're floating around 10 to 20% utilization, which I don't
Mhm.
know. You really want to be around probably 30 to 40. That way you know you're being used and you still have room in case you get a spike.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I wonder if some of these optimizations I'm doing, if it would help if whenever we would kind of tone it down a little bit. But I want to know a good time to do that. We don't have anything too big coming up.
Okay. Um, I would wait till let's wait till next week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
How did it go yesterday when we left off? You guys were looking into those two edge cases. Was there a resolution to why that it was the skeleton loaders for them?
They the conclusion is to put out an OTA with logging.
Did we do it?
That would be
But
question.
I'm not sure if you got the chance to ask that guy who's still hasn't the issue
Oh, oh
open.
yeah. Actually, yes. I mean, yeah, that is a great reminder. So we sent the API link to him and had him open it in Safari, and he got a warning when he opened it up. He got like a warning that was like McAfee saved DNS prevented him from viewing the page. It was
Oh, nice.
associating us with like gambling or something. We were like in McAfee's database as gambling, which was really weird. Um,
What do you mean? Like we're not on the internet, like we're not a web page. What do you mean?
I will share it with development of what Chantel sent me.
Okay.
Uh,
Is he like has like this McAfee antivirus installed as an app in his iOS, his device?
it must be, and it must be doing some provisioning profiles behind the scenes
Yeah.
because I don't want to ask somebody to uninstall their antivirus, but
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
yeah, this is definitely what's causing it. For Tom's case, for Tim, I sent it to development. Like he opened a link and it was like, oh, suspicious, and then he clicked visit anyways, and then it was like Safari cannot open the page because the server can't be found. That is not what you would expect to see. So his antivirus is, I don't know if this antivirus is installed on like a router level or if it's a provisioning profile on his phone.
So yeah, I mean, I've never even heard of antivirus on an iPhone. Like, do you even need an antivirus app on an iPhone? They're
I mean,
kind of like virus
some
free.
people like they're like not like too. Yes, some apps they promote like they can like protect your network. Like
I
the websites you're visiting, if some website is suspicious, they can block it. So maybe that's why he's not installing as like not using any antivirus for like to be aware of apps, but like more of like
yeah,
when you like using the web.
I think it's for like phishing protection.
Okay. Why would it make him get a skeleton loader on a 12-day streak? Why would that happen?
I guess this is when we're like
McAfee, he either could have just installed the antivirus, or this could have been like some definition update on McAfee's servers, that they could have updated their server configuration for this protection, and it added us to their blacklist.
Okay. Um, so where are we now with this? What do we do next?
Which I don't know what we could recommend to this guy. He would have to add a configuration.
Should we ask him if when he installed McAfee? Or first of all, ask him.
Yeah, Chantel, did you talk to him after I said it was the McAfee that was causing an issue?
I messaged him back and he never responded after that. So
Let's message him again and let's ask him. First of all, did you ask him a question or did you just point out what you thought it was?
I pointed out the McAfee thing since that's what Jerry said.
Okay, so you didn't ask any questions?
No.
Okay, so we need to ask some questions. So one question
Okay.
is, do you have this on your phone? Jerry, can you spell that out for Chantel, what she should ask specifically on like what it is? And then if so, when was it installed? I think those would be good questions.
Yeah, does he use a McAfee internet protection software on his phone or network? And
Software, you can't really install software on an iPhone, right? So it would be an app.
oh yeah,
An app.
yes, an
But
app.
well, you can
if you look at what Jerry provided, where it shows that the website status is suspicious, it tells you exactly what app he should have on his phone. It's called McAfee Mobile Security.
Okay.
So if he has that on his phone, he should look for that, and that's probably what's causing the issue. And there may be a way for him to whitelist, I guess, this.
Well, yeah, but I want
Well-
to prevent the problem for future
Right.
users who are going to say
Right. I understand.
Well,
Yeah.
I was gonna say like it's not like installing software, but you can install app that can reroute your traffic through their servers first, then the internet, like a VPN, for example. Like that's how like rerouting works, and deciding whether they allow um this 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 website or not. There's that, and also like we can file like a false positive claim to McAfee, so we can like fix this from
That's
the
what
root.
I'm doing right now. I'm going to look it up.
Okay. And so I mean,
Okay, I found to suggest changes. Yes, so
so I mean, what would happen is that app, the McAfee app, would take the traffic, go through its servers first, and then could cause a problem with our app. Is that
Yeah, if they're like flagging our API as like a suspicious, then
This-
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
this could totally be why people are having network issues connecting to us.
Okay.
Like multiple users. I looked it up and like, yeah, McAfee said that we're flagged. And
So you confirmed
yes,
through McAfee.
yep,
Okay,
I
good.
just did.
Okay. Well,
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to send them an email from my Circles account, and I'm going to hope they can respond.
sounds like they deal with this, so I would
Mhm.
okay. So the question then I still have unanswered is when did he install it? I'm curious if it was always there and they did some changes and made us look like we're suspicious, malicious, or he just installed it that day. I'm kind of curious on that. Um, and I probably have some other questions too. So I would think Chantel should ask Todd, can you say the exact name of it? So like send her in Slack, like and
Yeah.
say, do you have this app installed? And then if so, when did you install it?
No problem. Doing it now.
Thank you. And I mean, does it explain then why even in onboarding they couldn't get past the phone number screen?
Yeah, this explains everything that's going on with the app. Like
Okay.
why, like for example, the health check of Google was passed, and like the session replay are being uploaded and everything, but now API being called because it was blocked, and that's what I was like suspecting. There's something um b- blocking the app to reach out to our API. And yeah, so it's this.
Okay, good. I'm really glad we had this guy helping us because we would be guessing, without knowing that. That's
Mhm.
crazy. So out of all the things that can go wrong, so I assume it means anybody who has this McAfee app installed on their phone is not able to use Circles today.
Yes.
Mm.
Or if like we are in some sort of blacklist that is shared between other like antivirus apps or some sort of these apps,
Mm.
then it's gonna be not only McAfee, but it's gonna be other apps if they're using a shared database.
Right. Okay, so that's a concern. I also have a concern that um, there was something we did wrong that triggered this, or like what other APIs could be
It
at
could
risk?
be that call that we use to report location, like because like we do it every 5 seconds or something. It's so aggressive. So
But there's
it,
nothing. It's not gambling. Why does it associate us with gambling?
I wonder if that's a troll.
My guess is if
That-
someone has this mobile security app on their phone and the app sent a notification to them, like, do you recognize this link or something? They could have reported it.
Mm.
Such.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
It could have
are they
totally been
gonna
a troll.
block a whole URL just because one person reported it? Like that's
I
not
don't know.
Yeah,
yeah.
What were you gonna say, Jerry?
I said totally could have been a troll.
How?
Somebody that figured out what the URL was and reported it.
What URL?
Our backend URL.
Hmm.
It's not hard to figure out what it is. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
probably somebody a little more technical than the average person, but not hacker level,
Yeah.
and can figure it out.
It's a long shot because like they figure this URL out and then report it, and then users still have to have McAfee or some other similar
Mhm.
antivirus app, right? So like because obviously the majority of our user base is having no problems, so it would be such a long shot to even get somebody who has that. I've never heard of having McAfee as an app on your iPhone.
Yeah, I've only heard of that on Androids, and that's way more common on Androids.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
Also,
not
I
an
think
it's
the
not an
name of
antivirus though.
the name of a URL probably isn't helping with this.
Why?
Um, isn't it called like beta something or QA?
It's
Yeah.
beta, but that doesn't mean that we're blacklisted. Like that still doesn't. Where do you get gambling out of that?
No, I know, but the fact that it has the word beta in it, I'm just saying.
It should
maybe.
be.
it could help. Maybe I don't know if it has any effect. But I'm just saying maybe it doesn't help.
I'm gonna talk to them and see what I can do to get the entire like wildcard domain whitelisted, and I'm gonna try to do that for Circles API and Circles.com.
Okay. What about if we're in a database that they share with other similar companies?
Hopefully, this propagates through. I can
Let's
I
investigate.
can check the other guys.
Okay, and let's just investigate of like people in our situation. What do they do? You know, I'm sure there's a path to take. So this could be a more widespread problem on Android. Oddly, the two that you identified yesterday, Jerry, one was Tim, the other one was another woman 4 weeks ago. They both had an iPhone,
Mm-hmm.
but I would just suspect, like Chantel said, they're probably on more Androids than iPhones. How come we're not seeing this on a bunch of Androids?
I don't know.
Or are we not catching it? Is there a way, now that you know what to look for, can you filter better to find more?
It's still like a not like a code 0 error. I'll see what I can find, but what I want to do, like what I know what I can do now, is I can go through all the antiviruses and check our domain's reputation through like all those providers. And if I need to put in request for verifying, I can do that.
Okay.
Like that's what I know I can do right now, other than kind of going on another hunt.
Yeah, that sounds reliable. Yeah, it sounds like you have like an access point where you can just put in URLs and see if they're
Yes.
flagged or not, right? Okay.
Yes, I literally like McAfee check URL.
Okay, cool.
Well,
So
the thing is, like, I'm blocked from McAfee. I can't access any McAfee website.
why?
I don't know. I think it's because I'm from here, from Morocco, so they block the whole country for some
Oh,
reason.
McAfee is such a weird company.
Yeah, like I can't access any stuff. Like, yeah, it was like a link, but all the other links, like, I get access denied, access denied, access denied. Like, I don't know.
Whoa. Interesting. Maybe your fingerprints on the project had something to do with it too. They could.
I'm not blocked.
You're right.
I have more access to the backend stuff that's blocked than what Amin does.
Mm-hmm. Well, what about other sites similar? I mean, like their competitors. Can you check on some of those?
Yes, it is that one. Malware bytes, I guess, called, yeah.
But here's what I don't understand. How come that woman that we watched her session replay from 4 weeks ago, how come she got back in? So maybe she had a different problem.
Well, the thing is, with if it is an antivirus too, like these things are always changing. It could be like on and off or a one-time flag. Maybe she like got a notice from McAfee and was like, "Are you trying to access CirclesAPI.com?" Like I don't know how that McAfee software works. If like maybe it sent her an email that one of her devices tried to access this, is it approved? Because I mean, there exist some network security platforms that they literally just only, deny default, and you have to whitelist everything. Which I doubt she was on deny default, but the antivirus definitions do change all the time.
Well, we don't even know if she had it or not, so I think a good starting point would be
No.
to ask her if she does have it installed.
Yeah. Yeah. This was 4 weeks ago too.
Ding, ding, ding.
What's up?
T-Mobile, he said, not anymore. T-Mobile put it on phone with their last update, which explains why all my apps were moved. I deleted it and that fixed the problem. I don't know if he means that fixed the problem with Circles or other apps.
I think you meant with us, but ask him. So, like, that fixed the problem with Circles and
Oh, I can find out. Let's see.
yeah. T-Mobile. Thanks, T-Mobile, for
Yeah,
sweet.
then if that's the case, then I would say almost anybody we got that's on T-Mobile, and T-Mobile's like they're letting T-Mobile update their phones is going to be screwing us up.
That's scary.
it's not T-Mobile's fault. It's because McAfee
Yeah.
just added us to this list.
Well, T-Mobile is installing that app.
Now, was this before Chantel? I'm curious. When did he go in for the update? Was it like in the middle of this 12-day streak, or is like immediately after he went to T-Mobile he started having the issue? Yeah, he's in the app today. He got in.
Cool.
He got in this morning. Yep.
Huh.
It's McAfee.
So now we have to worry about anybody with a T-Mobile phone.
That's, I mean, if that's part of like T-Mobile's practices, is that when they go into the store and like they set up somebody's phone, that
What
they,
makes you think? Wait, did he say he went into the store?
No, he just said T-Mobile put it on phone with their last update.
That's what I heard.
And
Yeah,
he said, which explains why all my apps were moved.
yeah. I heard it as he just had an update from T-Mobile.
Mint Mobile does the same thing as far as when you update, they add apps to your phone all the time.
Interesting.
oh god, yeah. So it's just some bloatware that comes with the carrier.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Well, we need to get whitelisted ASAP, right?
Yeah, I'm going through let's see. Let's see if I go on or what Norton says.
I mean, were you able to get to Norton?
I didn't try Norton, but I did try Malware Bytes. It works fine for me. I was able to access their websites and forums.
Okay.
You said Norton. Let me try that.
Yeah, they're a pretty big one too.
Well, I think now this is all related to the mobile carrier or like their internet provider.
Well, kinda, because like the internet provider allowed the app to be installed.
Mm-hmm.
So it's still the McAfee app is the problem. But
Well, the weird thing with the McAfee is like I can have access to some website like for like their landing page, everything I can access it, but like stuff that is related to customer support or like forum is not. Maybe they're like not. There's like one link that I have this access denied on for McAfee is like the link where you distribute this blacklist thingy, and it's blocked because maybe like people from our regions like they're high risk of trying to play the game. That's why they just block it.
maybe but the problem is the McAfee app, right? At the end of the day, that's where our users can run into trouble if they have that installed.
Well, at least like now we know the reason. Maybe we can find a way to reproduce it to know if we're really not having this issue. Like, can get like a device with the T-Mobile and McAfee and just try and see, and also try other like antiviruses, install them on that device too, and see if like we're all good.
Yeah. Okay. Um, what do you think about the other one that we looked at yesterday, where she had basically the exact same problem, but was able to get back in that day? Doesn't that seem like inconsistent with this, antivirus block? Because she'd be blocked permanently, right?
She could have totally been on a business network that was protected by McAfee
Yeah.
domain level.
Mm.
She could have been at like, I don't know, like
Okay,
barber
yeah.
shop, like a little small business that just kind of they put McAfee on. They're like, oh, you're gonna have a public Wi-Fi. You want to make sure you put
Mhm.
McAfee on here so people don't use your internet for bad things.
I see.
So their ISP could have totally set up that on the domain level, and it would have done this
Okay.
because their IP address changed when she got back into the app. So it means she was not on the same network.
So that's a very big clue.
Mhm.
Her IP address changed and she was okay.
Yep.
So okay, so it wasn't installed on her phone. It was probably the IP of the Wi-Fi network. Right? Okay.
Yep.
I get you. Okay. Uh-huh. Well, I'm very concerned that a lot of people use T-Mobile. So like, I feel like this could be a huge problem right now.
Yeah,
I
I,
think this is like it's kind of, I think it is new, like a 2 months or something. I mean, yeah, 2 months, but like it was not like all the time happening. Maybe since we got some attraction and a lot of people like pinging our servers, then we like on the watch list of McAfee, and now we're blocked.
mhm.
Mm, okay. Jerry, will you, when you're done whitelisting this, will you investigate more cases where and see if we can find others like this? I would
Other
like to know. I
others
just,
like users.
yeah, the expression where there's smoke, there's fire.
Mhm.
This to me is that exact situation where this Tim situation is the smoke, but there's a fire burning and we just don't know where it is. When you find that fire, I have a feeling there's a lots of people.
I'm Yeah, I don't know how much we want to call attention to it, but I'm curious to know, like, just to get like a user poll, if we could almost ask in the investor chat that how many people here use T-Mobile and have had an update recently that installed McAfee.
Yeah, we could do that. Start on your end first, and I
Yes.
want to see if you find any more, and then we can do that.
Hmm.
Okay. Did you have more updates?
For me, no, I
Yeah.
think we kind of were going over to a mean.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I mean, why don't you continue for us?
Yeah, sure. So yeah, after all of that yesterday, I went back to work on those lists. It was like the masonry that because like some of them were breaking, but I had to do some other changes to fix those masonry. Let me share screen. So like yeah, we fixed the photo tab as well. Now it works. It was like crashing. Yeah, I have only one. I have to find some other user. Um,
Go to
yeah, but
20.
like okay, it's alright. Let me see.
Up,
Dentist.
right there.
Oh, yeah. Um. So yeah, I think yeah, I compared it to what we have in the app right now. It's look similar to it, so it
Great.
works.
Yeah.
And also fix that issue that let me do fire up that we were like having in the profile.
Mhm.
Fire up. So now just no doing no nothing. Just also like is not overlaid or anything.
Yeah.
So the issue was with reanimated.
Mhm.
So the I'm using a function from reanimated. It is the one that was like causing the issue. Like I found like many people report the same issue
Mm.
with the newer versions with when the new architecture enabled. So I tried and I tried and tried. Couldn't get it to work or find anyone to fix it. So what I had, I was like, the issue is like so not the issue, but like how we were implementing it. Like everything is inside the scroll view, including the header. So when we scroll, the header will try to scroll to the top. So we were using this function from the reanimated to make it not scroll. Like it won't it would want to be scrolled, but like we bring it back. So that's
Mm.
why like, the jittering happening. I was like, okay,
Mm.
while we doing that, let's just have it here at the top. That's it. So it's
Right.
not gonna be part of the scroll view. It's not gonna be scoring or in it. We would not have to care. We're just gonna animate like the height and other stuff, but not like fighting to keep it in its own position. So that's what I did. And this is only for places. I have to implement the same for like movies and because like each one has different. Let me see. Yeah, yeah, I have to. I didn't still get there, but like the profile place, like the places, it's working.
Okay.
So I'll just do the same for other profile types, like entertainment, I guess, in the books.
Great.
So
So that's a better solution even for like the current version we're in too, right?
yeah, because like when we don't have to do action any more additional work to.
Right. It's working against what its work that it's already doing. And
Hmm.
now you're lightening the work up. So yeah, that makes more sense. Should we
Um,
implement it or just wait for this rollout?
if you
Implement.
want to, you can. I mean,
Is it pretty straightforward? Like, does it take 5 minutes or does it take an hour?
I will. Well, it I will have to change multiple files. Like I have to do the change in multiple files because it's not like the profile place. It's all spread across multiple files. So it's and we have different type of files.
Hmm.
So yeah, the work is done. It's just like manual labor work of like having it there.
I see.
But if you ask me, I would just keep what we have right now. It's working fine. We don't have issues with it.
Okay. Okay, cool. So you have it now on the place profiles and you're going to do the other profiles next?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
that's I'm working on.
Okay. What else? Anything else?
And Snapchat they approved again our app. So I'm not sure if you caught up with what happened with Snapchat. So they approved our first app, but that was like kind of so I needed. So I got the app ID. I have it there. I know like everything working. The code wise working. I was able to do share. Now when I wanted to do to share after the app approved, like it was breaking, it was not working, and I found this issue with someone reporting the same issue we're having. It's like you have to go to the dashboard again and add some more stuff to tell them now we're gonna do this for production, so you can add your app identifier production there. And
Okay.
I wanted to add it, but it was like disabled. It says like no, you can add it for an approved app. Like you can do any change from the dashboard if your app approved. So what I had to do, like it was like that's the only left you can do is like create a new app and apply for a review and they approved it I guess in a day or two like they sent it.
Okay.
So yeah, now I will have the snapchat PR so we can have the snapchat share for real this time.
Okay. In the current version, right?
Yep, the current
Okay.
version.
You'll you don't have the PR ready just yet?
No, I don't have it yet, but the code is already there. I just have to change the app ID in the code and submit the PR.
Okay. Okay. Let Ismail know when you're done so we can review it.
Mhm.
Do you have other PRs needing review?
I viewed one by Ismail yesterday, but I don't know if there is any new PR that I need to view. Like if anyone send me something from Slack, I don't see if where's the
Okay.
Ismail send me a PR that I need to review.
Okay. What about any of your PRs?
No, I don't have any PRs to review.
Okay.
They need review. No, I don't.
Okay. Um, any other things here to report?
No, it's all good.
Oh, good. Okay. Okay. Thanks. Let me go to Ismail then. So Ismail, how's it going?
Hey, going well. I had just pushed a build up right now for iOS. Should I push one for Android, or is there anything that's being tested where I can't push it?
That's a good question. Amin, or no, wait. Yeah, well, Amin, Jerry, Wells, the Android build that we did yesterday with Chantel, did you guys get the testing out of it that you needed?
Oh, I guess that's for Chantel. She was having issues on the previous build where it was saying her token wasn't verifying. Chantel, have you been able to verify your token?
Oh, you know what? Let me check that right now.
Yeah, remember the hamburger menu, triple tap the version, make sure it's all green.
Yeah.
Okay. So hold off on the Android build for now, Ismail. Let's let them sort that out.
Okay, so I pressed the version 5 times.
3.
3 times.
and it pulls up a menu, right?
Mhm.
The version number, right? Because nothing's coming up for me right now.
What build are you on? Or is it
62.
62?
What-
Is it the or your user ID or yes, that row. If you tap it a few times and then you close, it's like hiding behind a hamburger, like behind a hamburger menu.
There's nothing there.
Hmm.
Because usually I see it come up and behind, but not that time.
Okay. Let me find
Is,
my Android.
is 62 the right build?
It's
Okay. Well, why don't you guys do some Slack messaging about it and then continue with Ismail? So
Yeah.
let's just do the iOS one.
So that build, it is gonna need some testing. 61. Now this one has the chat. I won't call it a refactor, but more like a breakdown. We can break down the components. And it does have the optimizations for chat. So I just installed it on my physical phone. Yeah, scrolling seems pretty smooth. I mean, I did update to the new iOS for testing and stuff, but
Okay.
yeah, scrolling feels pretty smooth.
Is it going to be
Um,
pointing to production?
It is pointing to production. That's correct.
Okay.
But before we push this one out, I would ask to test it very, very well because, like I said, there's a good amount of refactor cache updates put into this and optimization. So to make sure nothing crashes. I've tested it myself. Created well with creating topics and the subscriptions and all that. It
Okay.
all seems well. Um, I did have one problem though, and I don't think it's necessarily related to um, the the branch itself. I think it's a backend, and it's basically, or Ahmed or Jerry, let's take a look at this. Once I edit a message, if I edit a message and somebody is in the chat, that would obviously trigger their subscription.
Mhm.
Now that subscription, I looked at it. The data that's coming from it, it's missing a few fields like null and sorry, the sender and the receiver field are null and other stuff. So it doesn't match the regular subscription.
I see.
So that causes things like, well, the main side effect is the avatar will turn into the default avatar if they had a picture because we don't have that image because it overrides the cache.
Mhm.
So just one thing to look at. First I thought it was related to our changes. Then I looked at the back end. I was like, it's not. So that's good.
So, what build is it that has the smooth scrolling?
This is a build I just pushed 10 minutes ago on iOS 61.
Okay, I'm on 61. Okay, there's still it seems okay. It seems smooth here. Like when messages load in, it seems like there's a little jitter in it still.
When what?
Like I'm in the Maggot Army main chat, and there's still like a little jitter. Like it doesn't feel like as bad as it was, but I don't know what you were getting, whether it was like perfect or
Um,
I would say it's better, but I wouldn't call it perfect.
mm, well,
Wait, is it 61? I thought you just pushed it.
yeah, I did.
Yeah,
So
I'm,
it's not available yet.
I'm in 61.
In test flight, it is.
Is it?
Well, it just got uploaded. I pushed it 40 minutes ago to build, but it uploaded like
there
10
it
minutes
is.
ago in
Yeah.
test flight.
Yeah.
I had to close test flight and reopen.
In Android 62, I cannot open the debug menu.
I thought it was supposed to be 60, build 60. But
I auto updated to 62,
mm-hmm.
so I don't have access to the debug menu anymore.
I just like checked. for the build for Android, it was like out of a wrong branch.
Mhm.
Yeah, so there's like two branches for males for this token thingy. So the iOS, it was like out of the correct branch, but the Android was like out of the other branch, which it doesn't have the this mini debug menu. So yeah, to fix this, I'll have to do another build like from the correct branch for Android.
Mhm. Yeah, because we can't test the token. I mean, we can see what happens in chat, but we can't like test the token like we were before.
But yeah, sorry, yeah, I was looking at that journalist you were talking about, Jerry. I think I see what you're talking about. Um, yeah, but I also went to iMessage and it is maybe a little better on iMessage, but it is still there. Like if you go to iMessage and just go to like a long chat and do the same thing, you would only really notice this if you are scrolling
Mhm.
like you mainly notice it if you're scrolling slowly. Yeah. If you go like fast, yeah, you won't see it, but if you scroll like
I don't
slower,
have any vertical jumping though in iMessage.
it's there. It's slider. Like I see it. It's like jittery. It's like you mainly see it once you scroll a little bit, then you let your finger go. Like you go scrolling,
Mm.
then you let your finger go. You'd see there's a little bit of jitteriness,
Yeah, so
but it is definitely less than
it's less. iMessage is definitely less.
correct. But then that's a native app and an Apple app, so
Mm.
we need to probably like they probably have the hell they optimize the hell out of it. So we need to
Mhm.
React Native. We need to do our best, which
It,
there could be limitations to how smooth we can get it because we're using React Native.
it's better. Yeah, I'll say that.
But yeah, um, do you feel like it's an improvement though, based off of how it was before?
Yep.
Yeah, and
Yep.
the
Definitely.
you would really notice this when you like if you're like scrolling images and stuff and you're going super fast.
Yes, I do. No,
You,
the thing
like
is,
you won't see any images loading. It's almost there instant.
yeah. Now I will tell you, my keyboard is still having that same issue that I told you about.
That I checked about. I checked that out, and it is related to the new iOS.
Well, what's gonna happen when that comes out next month?
Well, no, I mean I'm not saying we shouldn't fix it. I'm saying it is related to it. So
Mm-hmm.
what
That
that
needs to
means
be
is it doesn't happen on my simulator.
Yeah, that needs to be fixed by next month, or that's gonna be a big problem.
So your voice is kind of far away, but
Oh, you say it needs to be fixed by next month, or there's gonna be a huge problem.
yeah, no, I agree. I need to see if it's something related to the library or I mean, you know that library we're using for so this is related to the 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 what's it called? The library we have for keyboard.
Yeah, what about
It looks like it's the logic you like you have the logic in chat. Remember when you have the text the text input always above the keyboard.
it? Yeah.
So that logic is not working in the new iOS.
And I think it's gonna be probably broken if it's the library. I think just it will be reported to the library. It will be fixed by
Yeah,
now.
Did anybody report it yet?
the thing is, what I'm saying is, mm, I'm just kind of, what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna kind of try to update the library if there's any newer versions. But also, since you're familiar with that, like the way you did it, I know you kind of added special logic there with chat.
Especially
Uh, if it,
well,
so,
I just use like from what like their suggested from their was that the documentation.
Mhm.
So it was not like really custom logic that I did there. So all that hook it was like already in the documentation if you want to have that that like it to put things on top of the keyboard. But yeah, if it's like the library broke because of the new iOS update, I'm sure it's going to be reported in their book. And
And this is just my guess. I'm not saying that the library did break. I'm just saying,
yeah,
most likely that's what happened.
okay.
Could we be sure somebody reported it before rather than assume, because this is
Yeah,
especially
like yeah,
break
you can just check like their repo, like issues tab, do iOS 26 search, something like that.
yeah, I would just say confirm it, because that's gonna, if it's not fixed, that's gonna suck.
Yeah, because you can't type messages or anything.
That's unusable, basically. They'll just be messages, but then you're gonna go to type, and then the input's not being avoided.
Yeah.
I can't
No,
say.
we need to fix this. I'll start looking into this today, and I'll see if I can find anything useful. I might keep you in the loop. I mean, just since you've used this live before, you have knowledge of it. So, but will try to see if I can find anything useful. And it's the React Native keyboard control, I think. Same of the library. But yeah. Anyways, that being said, also one other thing I kind of shifted gears to is the whole media player. I've integrated the APIs and worked the cache stuff out, so now that it does it, so now it's in there. Jerry, I would need some test data. I don't know if you already have any in any of the chats. What that means is I would need a song and I would need a playlist.
Oh, yeah, that would be. I think the Discover This chat has it.
Discover this. Okay, you have some data there. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'll be testing that next. I still need to build the UI. And speaking of the UI, let me go to the Figma, see if it's okay. So Chantel, I see Figma still doesn't have a distinguish. We can't distinguish between a song and a playlist yet. I don't know if you got a chance to work on that.
Yeah, I've been going back and forth on some designs on it, and I'm just really struggling on how to make it look significantly different, other than like the different icons that we were looking at the other day. Because I was trying some stuff out, and it was like, oh, this is just not looking good.
Mm.
So,
Well, I can just have the icon instead of the play for now, and maybe until
okay,
we figure something out.
yeah.
Okay, and we still want to do, if you click on a song, it opens the very right screen, and if you open a song from the list, it'll open the O5 screen, right?
Well, I think that what we were initially looking at is that it would just play on that screen and not go to the last screen.
Well, if they click on the play button, what if they want to share it or something?
Well, that's kind of the thing that I'm not sure how we want to handle, because if the playlist is private, the person may not want that to be shared,
Yeah,
right?
that's a good point. I think the point of this is that right now we want we want to bring people into the group who listen to the playlist, if anything. Like, we want to bring them into the group, not the playlist.
Okay, so that means just
Unless that share button has a link to bring them to that chat.
Right,
to
that's what I'm
play.
thinking. Is we have the chat, like the share chat URL, and that would just be the URL.
And then they'd have to look for it,
Right,
because it's not like we can go to that message,
right.
which that's maybe not the best user experience.
I've been a little distracted. Do you guys need me? Or are you guys sorting this out?
Just trying to decide about this playlist thing, and how visually different we want the message to look for a single song versus a playlist, and then also if we want it to just play in that message thread, which was what we were talking about, or if we wanted it to have a player where they can like scroll back and stuff like that, like we already have with the podcasts. And then also if we want to be able to share that song and what that would look like, if that would be a link just to the group chat where that playlist is, but then we can't go directly to that message. And I was saying that may not be the best user experience if the person got invited to this group chat and then they have to go searching around to try to find this song or playlist.
I see. So we have some decisions to make.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we do a couple examples.
So we have the example of what it would look like if we open it up in um, the player like we have in the podcast, and also what it would look like for a single song. The only thing I don't have is Ismail was suggesting that we should have the message look very different for a playlist versus a song, so that it's very obvious that what they're going to play is a playlist and not a song. And that was kind of where I was struggling, is how to make it very visually different without it just being the playlist icon on there. The only other thing that I can think of is to make it just slightly bigger and add how many songs are on there. And then that would be about as different as it would be a little taller.
Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Okay, so why don't you think about it a little bit, Chantel, and see if you can make more of a playlist-oriented visual. And I've got a lot going on today. This is going to be a really crazy week. What else do we have going on here? Are you blocked, Jerry or Ismail?
No, I'm not. Well, not blocked. No, I won't call it blocked. I can keep going.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm gonna be working on that, and it looks like there. I just looked at the library for the keyboard. Looks like there's a few updates that will target some problems in iOS 26. So let me update and see if that fixes anything automatically. But yeah, that's pretty much my update. And again, chat needs to be tested very, very well in everything, creating topics, now notifications, all that good stuff, because it was I would say one of our bigger refactors.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good.
On that, I was trying to test a couple things. I would like if someone could help me test those things to see how they're working on their end. Like for example, I was trying to play a video, and I don't know if it was playing for other people or if it was just like a delayed thing on when I played it, because I wasn't able to play it. So it'd be great to see if someone could help me with some of that testing.
What version are you saying?
So that was in 62 that I was trying to test some of the stuff with chat.
I mean, should Chantel be testing anything with chat in 62?
That 62 was like based from a branch for token stuff. Like the
Okay, so it was just that.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if that branch is caught up with development and the latest. So I don't know about that. Maybe was can comment that, but yeah, in general, that branch it was only for token stuff.
Okay.
But
I thought I was told yesterday to test all of chat. So
and
The-
in the middle of that, I will be doing an Android build right now. So
Okay.
we can have that debug menu.
okay.
Okay. And when there's the saying about testing the chat, meaning does it work? Because the token is potentially making it not work at all. And I think the most important thing is that chat functions, but you got to be able to get into that menu
Yeah.
on that one. So then the one that Ismail's talking about, that is not an Android build yet. All those changes he did, that branch is going to wait. Well, I guess it depends. Do we want to wait and do the one with the menu for the tokens, or do we want to just go? I'm inclined just to do the build you just did, Ismail, on Android, and let's do all the testing like Chantel's saying for chat, because you're saying we need extensive testing. And if it's all good, if everything does check out, we can push it to the App Store for iOS and Android. So
Okay, but that won't have the token refresh and the other stuff because everything's still separate, right? Because
right,
so
which
there's a
is
lot
why
of stuff that
that's
still need testing, but
yeah, exactly. It's still in testing and still needs work. So it's like
Hmm.
it's not going to go anywhere. We'll just get back to it. So let's do.
but if I do create a build, another build have to create it for Android. Just heads up, so you can get back to it on iOS, but not on Android. So if that's okay, I'll go ahead and create the build on Android.
Yeah, the one on Android will be the most recent and the one potentially. Well, actually, shoot, before you do it, I want to get a mean fixed something. What was the PR you're about to do, Amin?
That's for Snapchat, like sharing for Snapchat.
Snapchat. Okay, it's not quite done yet, right?
No.
Okay. Um, mm, and you already did the iOS build. Well, should we wait for the Snapchat fix? Because you're pretty much done with that, right? I mean,
I mean, we can wait, but you guys can start testing chat initially on iOS. Whoever has it, just make sure it's good so that it saves time when the other build comes out.
yeah, true. Okay,
Uh,
well, then yeah,
And one more thing, I'll try to update also the keyboard thing, see if that's working with the new iOS. Might as well get it in there the sooner the better
what keyboard thing?
for iOS 26.
26. That's not out yet, right?
26. Yeah, no, it's not out yet, but it will be out soon. And if it does come out, the users can't clearly use chat because the keyboard covers the input. So, so I'm trying to update the library, see if it fixes that. That being said, Welser, I mean, do you guys know what's the easiest way to install 26 on my simulator?
I don't know exactly, but I know you will need to upgrade Xcode.
Oh, we do have to upgrade it for that.
Yeah,
That breaks
that's one
everything,
way.
though.
Yeah, you have to. And that's if you're lucky. If you're not, maybe you need to upgrade the Mac OS as well.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'll just test it on my physical device. I don't like to keep installing on my physical device because I have to uninstall and I have to reinstall it from my Mac, which takes forever. Then I have to re-onboard, but it's better than updating my whole system and potentially breaking my environment.
Right. So we'll wait on that.
That's for the keyboard. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Well,
yeah,
and
I'll see if it works.
As Jerry said, there's like still a month. Like we can get with this right now and maybe Friday, something like that, where we're not like really rushing on a build or something. Then you can test with this new keyboard stuff.
But this is bad news because anybody who updates to 26 and did not update yet would be unable to use chat.
we'll have to have a critical update, right?
Oh, but yeah, and then maybe OTA,
Right.
critical OTA update. Yeah, we can take
I don't
advantage
think
of it.
J will work because if you're upgrading the library, that's new.
Oh, That's true. Oh,
because it's
snap.
native.
Yeah.
Uh, well, that's going to screw up a lot of apps, not just us.
Well, let's
That's for sure.
start.
Yeah.
If we get it to work, let's start telling people to update like now. If we get it to work first and test it, because the sooner the better. Like we'll use whatever notifications and whatever methods we have of reaching people to tell them to update.
Okay. So what do you propose we do now?
We'll need to fix the bug first and test it, and then after that, if it should be part of the next build, and then we should start telling people update as soon as possible, so that when they do go to iOS or iOS 26, their app is their chat is still usable.
How do we get it part of the next build if you have to upgrade Xcode?
Well, we can't force them. Like we can't do it through OTA. We have to tell the people somehow. Like that's what I'm saying. We should start sending out notifications or telling people via whatever it is we use to tell people to update.
Yeah. Okay.
But what I'm saying is the sooner the better we start on this, because a lot of people are gonna not be able to use chat.
Okay. And the version Amin is working on, that version will be all 26 compatible, right? Because it's Xcode's updated, right? I mean,
Yeah, and
so we could potentially leapfrog the process to that version, right? I mean,
I mean, yeah, it should because we're using the latest and everything, but that doesn't mean nothing would be broken dead 26. I didn't test it on a 26, so we'll have to test it to see. Like in theory, yeah, because like everything is the latest, but
yeah.
something is broken there.
Um, hmm. Okay. Let's talk more about this then tomorrow, and then Friday, and then Monday. Um, let's keep this at the forefront of discussion, because depending on the progress of the new version, new architecture, maybe we roll that out. But we got to test it more, so we'll keep this in the forefront. So for now, then, Ismail, will you go ahead and do the Android build? And I'll have Chantel and Todd download that on Android. I'll update my iPhone. Danny and others will update
we don't
iPhone.
want to wait for the snap.
No, it's okay because we can do another one after that.
Okay. I'll start on that then.
Okay, thanks. Okay, anything else there?
No, that's it for me.
Okay, thank you. All right, Wells, let's get your update.
Yes, sir. So regarding the issue that Todd found on the map list visualization of the favorites, I found a fix for that. There is a PR open, and it will be on development soon. So that's waiting on review.
Great, that's the one where the hearts weren't red on the favorites list.
Yes, sir.
Great. Okay, good job.
Yeah, once I figured the right place to look into it, I could reproduce it here. So yeah, indeed, none of the hearts were marked on the list there. And it took me some time of investigation, but I could figure where that was happening and found a fix for that. So it should be merged soon.
Okay.
It's a small PR, just a small change. The hardest part was finding it. Yeah, and regarding the screen capture, I believe I made good progress with the Expo screen capture and stuff. However, I am not being successful while testing that on my simulator. I wonder if that's perhaps due to the simulator, but I think this is the point that I can perhaps ask one of the guys, either Ismail or Amin, to test on their real devices real quick, um just for getting this doubt about if it is not working or if it is just the emulator that I'm not being able to catch when I take a screenshot there. But yeah, the documentation is it seems pretty reliable on it. I don't see why it wouldn't work. I think I got a cool little quick debugger menu also for testing that. By the way, creating this debug screens with AI is being really useful for having a quick UI to look into stuff and test.
Okay.
So I'm finding it pretty useful on that end for testing purposes, and I think I'll be creating more of these test strings for we to use when we want in the future PRs. But yeah, Amin or Ismail, is either of you like available for perhaps 10 to 15 minutes just to test something real quick on the branch?
Maybe
If it's related to physical device, I'm creating a build right now on my physical device, so since I'm already creating it, I can help you.
perfect.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, thanks. So Wells, why don't you work with Ismail on that? Do you have any other questions or input or anything else?
So far so good, I'd say.
Okay. Okay, excellent. um, very good. Oh, Matt, did you have your hand up earlier? Did we already go to you?
So like it was regarding Ismail. So is I can also take a look that Jerry, if you are busy, I can take a look what Ismail requested. Subscription is not returning data while editing,
You talking about the cache?
and not cash like subscription was not returning data. No, all data like.
Oh
you
yeah,
said.
yeah. It's related to the cache. Yeah, for the edit message, sure.
Yeah. Oh, I will take a look.
Sweet. Thank you.
Thanks, Omar. What's up, Danny?
I just have a quick thing I'd like to see. Um, you know the share button when you go to share a link to a chat,
Mm.
and then the little thing pops up above the overlay, so you can copy
Yeah.
your link.
Yeah.
I've had a couple people reach out to me directly, going, "How'd you do that?" And then I show them, and they go, "Oh, I didn't see it
Yeah.
because it's white." What do you think about just changing the buttons as a test? The copy button.
Let me take a look at it real quick.
There are two problems, right? One is that it comes in slightly delayed, but I think that's less of a problem since we improved it.
I think that's part of it, definitely.
But I think if you made the copy and the QR button blue or our pink, it would pop out.
I think pink makes the most sense since the logic behind using pink buttons is the buttons we want people to press. And I think that inviting people into chats is something we want people to do.
Yeah, it is. We have a copy, how about and a QR button?
Yeah.
This Lottie was designed a long time ago, and the entertainment is the pink, and it's like not really ideal for that. But it really should be the purple from the wheel. Well, yeah. I mean, let me think about
Sounds good.
how best to redo this. All even the darker background, like where the it's right now it's on a white background with some transparency at the bottom of it. Maybe that could be all blue and really pop out. The whole thing would pop out as a header. You wouldn't be able to miss it in that case.
I don't know if it's like a major problem. I just know.
Well,
anything
definitely
that can be increased
it'd be
share.
helpful. Yeah, if people saw the links easier. So yeah, let me ask. I mean, do you have a branch open or you could test something real quick? Just change a color or something real quick.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But like my branch, it's like all new architecture enabled and everything.
Yeah, this would just be like as a visual, like if you can revert
Okay,
it.
yeah, sure.
Yeah, go to the message, any like group chat, and then hit the share button in the top right corner. And then the white overlay at the very top. What if we change that to blue? Let's see what that looks like.
Okay. need to find it. Give me a second. Blue. Nope, that's not the whole thing. Okay. Oh, so like this white thing is like a gradient. Kind of. Yeah, it's a
Great.
gradient. Let me see colors.
Yeah, can you give it a hex code?
Yeah. Let me see. I'm trying to find. Yeah. This blue.
Interesting.
Yeah, so because like it starts with the blue and it's fade into like you want the whole thing blue.
Well, no, I like the gradient aspect. I just thought the gradient went down further. It does go down further.
Yeah, it goes further, but it can like you can see it, like where it blends with the white because like starts with the blue and
Yeah.
goes
So
here
that's
too.
the full height of the gradient, right?
No, the full height is somewhere here. You
Right,
can
right, right.
see.
But it blended to white right around the middle area, huh?
Yeah.
I see. Um, this has potential though to work. Okay. I can work with Ismail on this one in a different branch or Wells. Maybe Chantel and Wells, why don't you guys work on this? Wells, can you see what we're looking at here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I mean, will you send Wells the file?
Yeah.
Okay. And then Chantel, I'd like you to work with Wells to get the gradient height like a little better, like come down a little lower. And I would also change the words shareable link to a white font.
Okay.
I think probably, yeah. So I mean, just play with it until the whole thing pops, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. It looks like it's going to be a little tricky because the blue is bleeding into the input, like where the link is, that field there.
Yeah.
And we'd want that to stay white. So Wells would have to make sure that has a white background inside that field. See what I mean? Well, see how the blue gradient is bleeding into?
Yeah. So you want the gradient to be a little bit lower, so
Yep.
more of the screen.
Yeah, but don't let it go into the link field. Right there, yeah, where his cursor is. See how the blue is bleeding in?
So the
Like,
gradient needs to be up higher, right?
well, it'll come down lower. Like the blue will come down further.
Yeah, and I
not-
mean, is there a branch for that already? Like, are we working on?
Yeah, this is all in development.
Oh,
I
it is
sent
in
you the
development.
link. I sent you the
Yeah.
link to a file where you need to do changes to have whatever the new designs are.
Yeah, sounds good.
So yeah, so where his cursor, put your cursor back on me. Down. Yeah, like around there. Like, let's get the blue maybe a little further down.
But like if it's the blue all the way here, it's gonna
There you
affect
go.
like, this input.
Well, no, I want him to put white in the input. That's what I
Sorry.
was saying.
It's gonna be blue, white, blue.
Yeah, I mean, see how the buttons have a white background?
Mm-hmm. Oh
So
yeah, I see what you mean.
just like that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It needs the white background inside the field.
and the text white also, right? The shareable link to join this chat should be
Yeah,
white.
I think probably, yeah. Chantel will work with you on that to get it just right.
Yeah.
You could even go a slightly larger font, like even if the word chat came all the way over to where the copy button is, like that's fine because like
Mhm.
it'll definitely stand out more. Yeah, in fact, I would go up a little bit on font size too, Chantel. So Chantel, will you work with Wells on this to get it to stand out a little more?
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. Wanna join a separate meeting, Shinto?
Chantel.
Yeah, I will. Sorry. My headset still is going crazy.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. No problem.
Okay. All right. Then you have what you need. I think there, Wells. Thank you, Amin, for the assist. And sounds like we got a good course of action for today. Yeah. So everyone have a great rest of the day and reach out if you need anything.
All right, sounds good.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
Like,
Take it easy.
Thanks, guys. See you later.